Candiacervus is an extinct genus of deer native to Pleistocene Crete. Their most notable feature, besides their peculiar, spatula-shaped antlers, was their small stature. The smallest species, C. ropalophorus, stood about 40 centimeters at the shoulders when fully grown, as can be inferred from a mounted skeleton. As such, the genus is considered to be a textbook example of insular dwarfism. Other features are the relatively short limbs, the massivity of the bones and the simplified antler. Ironically, they were closely related to the giant Irish elk, with some experts regarding Candiacervus as a subgenus of Megaloceros. Taxonomy. The Cretan deer is a typical example of taxonomical problems involving endemic insular mammals, due to the much larger variety than on the mainland, and the strong endemism. This obscures taxonomy, because many endemic features of Candiacervus are not unique but are found in other island deer as well, such as Cervus Stylodon, Ryukyu Islands, and Hoplitemerix. Southern Italy. Davos includes the 8 morphotypes into one genus, Candiacervus, whereas Capasso barbato does not follow this opinion of monophily, and included the larger species, Rhythmnensis major and Dorothensis, Insular, subgenus Leptocervus, and the smaller species Ropalophorus and Cretensis in Megaloceros, subgenus Candiacervus, which implies 2 different ancestors. She also does not recognize sp. 2 with its 3 morphotypes, and synonymizes them with Ropalophorus. At present these 2 views cannot be properly proven or discarded, but what stays is that the number of deer species is higher than on the mainland, and that they all occupy a different ecological niche. On the nearby island of Carpathos, Cus found deer which were, in his view, similar to the Cretan deer. Therefore, he grouped his species Pygodintus and Syrigenesis under the genus Candiacervus. But this needs further confirmation, as long as no direct link with Crete is attested. The deer genus of Carpathos is questioned, and better referred to as Cervus. Description. The Cretan deer is represented by no less than 8 different morphotypes, ranging from dwarf size with withers height of about 40 centimeters to very large with withers height of about 165 centimeters. This is explained as a sympatric speciation to occupy all possible empty niches ranging from dense forest to prickly rocks. The coexistence of various environments has been confirmed by studies on the rich fossil avifauna. The most typical Cretan deer are the 2 smallest sizes, which have not only relatively and absolutely short limbs, but also long and simplified antlers. These species occupied a niche close to that of the wild goat of Crete today. Barren rocks with thorny bushes, as shown by features of their osteology and goat-like body proportions. It deviated so much from mainland deer that it is impossible to indicate with certainty its ancestor. Suggested ancestors are Cervus peloponnesiacus and Megaloceros verticornis. Ecology. The fauna of which Candiacervus is an element is called Biozone 2, or the Muse zone, after the common mouse. This fauna inhabited Crete between the late Middle and late Pleistocene, which means between 0.3 and 0.01 million years ago. The typical fauna elements of this biozone are the common mouse, Musebati, M. minotaurus, the dwarf hippo, Hippopotamus kreutzbergi, the dwarf elephant, Elephas antiquus kreutzbergi, the Cretan deer, Candiacervus, with the 8 species Ropalophorus, sp. I, B and C, Cretensis, Rhythmnensis, Dorothensis and major, the Cretan otter, Lutrogale, Isolelutra, Cretensis, and the Cretan shrew, Crocidura zimmermanni. Extinction. From the late Middle Pleistocene till the arrival of humans in the Holocene, Crete was inhabited by small elephants. 8 types of Cretan deer and a normal-sized mouse. The cause of the dramatic faunal turnover, which led to the extinction of the endemic deer and elephants, may simply have been the arrival of Paleolithic humans. They could have exterminated the deer either actively by hunting, or passively by destroying its habitat. Another option is a gradual depletion of the ecosystem, as indicated by the finding of a complete herd consisting of individuals suffering a bone disease of an osteosclerotic nature. See X-ray photograph. The impact of Paleolithic humans is at present still unproven, partly because of the scarcity of unpublished fauna lists from archaeological sites, except for Knossos, partly because of the insecurely dated materials. Article on the mounting of a Candiacervus skeleton. Scientific information on Candiacervus. Past excavations on Crete. New data on the Pleistocene Cretan deer Candiacervus sp. 2. Cervini. Mammalia. 2006.